So, Mike, this year marks the 50th year that the United Church of Christ has been mandated to have an office here on Washington, D.C., on Capitol Hill. In that time, 5 decades, there have been a lot of challenging seasons to be in this space and to do the work that this office does. Talk a little bit about this particular season, this unique moment, and why does it make your work all the more important?
Well, we have had a presence here for all these many decades, and even before that, given our predecessor bodies. And now is such a unique and challenging time. This moment calls on us to raise our voice in even more bold and courageous ways. And so we, at this time, are strengthening our voice here through reaching out to our networks, through the Justice of Peace Action Network, through our churches, and really inviting the church to come with us to lift up a bold, courageous voice here in Washington. Mm-hmm. As this administration is dismantling so many programs, we are pushing back through advocacy, through public witness, through organizing.
Mm-hmm. And it really does matter, right? We do make a difference. I think in this moment, so many of us are feeling completely overwhelmed, despair, and very helpless. Like, it's so big, it's so momentous that there just isn't something we can do. What would you say to that from your perspective here?
Yeah. Well, it's easy to feel discouraged when you watch the news each night, and certainly we have moments too as people watching the news of feeling discouraged, being cynical that we can make a difference, but ultimately we can. We can as individuals, we can as a church, we can as broad interfaith community here in Washington, and we can do so in many different ways. We do so first and foremost by voting. That is our voice. This is our democracy. This is our nation, to build it as we want. We the people. Secondly, we have power through we elect these members of Congress who occupy this building, and we get to determine whether they stay or whether they go. And we get to advocate on the issues that they are working on the bills that they pass or don't pass. So it's incumbent upon us to raise our voice through phone calls, through action alerts, through letters, through establishing relationships with those offices, to share what our moral vision is as the United Church of Christ. And so there's lots of ways that we can be involved, and in doing so, I think we also overcome our own apathy, our own sense of powerlessness. It's part of it is being in the work itself.
That's right.
So we are encouraging folks to utilize the resources that we put out from our office, and to show up here in Washington, to come visit our office, but also to show up at district offices. These members, they go home to their districts, and those are great moments to reach out, to send a letter, to show up in the office and share your voice.
This is a moment for us all to really remember and acknowledge that we do have agency and that we do have power as individual voters, absolutely, and also collectively across the United Church of Christ, and then even more broadly, as you said, with our partners, both ecumenical and interfaith and other kinds of partners. Collectively, if we work together and all pull in one direction, we can make a difference.
Absolutely. We often say in this work that it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And in many ways, it's not even a marathon, but it's a relay race. That when different ones of us feel tired, or different offices are understaffed at different moments, that we have to pass the baton to each other.
Yes.
But really, this is a struggle. It's a long struggle, and we have to try to in our UCC statement of faith, to maintain courage in the struggle, and in doing so, to keep in mind, using the words of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., the arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice. And we really have to be the ones to help bend it each day, each action, getting up out of bed, saying, how can I make a difference today? How can I build a just world for all? And collectively, I think we can. But it all takes all of us rowing in that same direction. And I'm so proud to be work in this office with such good colleagues, to represent the voice of the United Church of Christ in many different circles, and to really work with our network of so many tireless justice advocates who've been doing this work for so many years, whose shoulders we stand on today, but who really inspire me and inspire us for this work.
The scriptures say we must run with perseverance the race that is before us, to stick with your relay motif. And we are in that race, and it does require perseverance, grounded in our faith, that we believe, actually, it's not all about what we do, it's also about what God is doing through us, and what God is doing all around us, that God is working it out somehow. I truly believe that.
Yeah. God has no hands but ours. And so how can we, and we are only a part, we can only do our part that's been given to us to do.
That's right.
And will we have the courage to do that part each day? And that's the challenge that we face. Again, with kind of the cynicism and apathy in the world, the challenges seem so big that we have to kind of chip away at them bit by bit. And that's the work that this requires.
Mike, can you offer 3 concrete things that everyone in the United Church of Christ could do today and in coming days to be part of this effort for justice?
Yeah. So the main thing that we are always encouraging folks to do is sign up for the Justice and Peace Action Network. That is our advocacy network that we send out messages each week to those on the list with a message to Congress that they can send. Through that same email, you can also call the offices. We have a call script, so folks can send the message directly or call that office, or even use social media there. And then secondly, I would say check out our 100 Days Resources website. So over the past days, we've been collecting resources from across the United Church of Christ on how we as the UCC, as the DC office, are responding to the actions of this administration and collecting news stories, sign-on letters, our actions, etc. And then thirdly, I would say follow our office on social media. Our office has our own social media accounts, and we post every day some of the actions, efforts, and information that we are collecting from this office. Through social media, you can also message your members of Congress. So those are 3 concrete ways to be involved.
Great. We can all do something wherever we are. That's the message. Mike, thank you for your ministry and your leadership here on Capitol Hill. Thanks to your incredible team for all of the work that you do together. We are so grateful as the United Church of Christ that we have you in this place on our behalf.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to do this work, and we're so excited just to do this collectively with our churches, with our advocates, to continue to lift up the vision and voice for a just world for all.